of this actually, to gloss over like the real issues of hate and abuse in our communities. But I'm trying to imagine that when we look at these white guys who are supposedly our core audience, I kind of want to imagine that as consumers of a lot of different products, they also want to experience new and different stories.
From the bottom of my heart,
as black men,
your story.
I'm just in such a good mood today. Why? Because I finally had fiber optic installed. And believe me when I tell you, this has single-handedly cured my depression.
we have technology.
It's as if a caveman has stepped out and discovered fire for the first time. I didn't know it was possible to upload videos that used to take me 48 minutes long in under 4 seconds. The future is now, old Frit. Oh yeah, also because we reached over 70,000 subscribers. Woo! Milestone for the channel, but you know what? It ain't good enough. I'll be real with you guys, 100K sounds a lot better. So get up and go click like, go click subscribe, go do what you gotta do. Because when it comes to reporting the actual injustices in the gaming industry, I'm your guy. Because Kotaku ain't gonna do it, Yang Ye ain't gonna do it, the people that you love to watch are going to reveal exactly who they are. Many of them already have, siding with Sweet Baby Inc. And I'm not just talking about Hassan Piker. We can exclude him, like you can always guarantee he'll take the side of anything wrong by default. Now, I'm talking about notable names like Jeff Grubb, Paul Tassi, and other such quote-unquote industry insiders. People you thought you could count on. No, I'm kidding. Nobody actually believed these jackasses. They were always as dishonest back then as they're being now. But you're lucky you guys got me. Stop groaning, stop complaining. You don't have to like it, but you're gonna have to learn to accept it. I know you want your mid, but I'm not here to give you mid today. I'm here to present to you the people who are working in our gaming industry in full light. Why? Well, that's because I have the balls to actually show you on screen what they're saying, what they're doing, and how many of them are infesting the gaming industry. Newsflash, at least 98% of the industry is plagued with this bullshit. Not a single outlet, not a single industry insider or industry figure is coming out to call out overtly anti-white propaganda. Why? Because somehow it's seen as okay. There is no repercussions for talking about people who are white the way they do. Oh, but if you have one offhand comment about the trans community, be prepared to face their wrath. The entire industry will dogpile on you. But don't worry, that's why you guys got me. I got your backs. I get it. You feel like you need a voice speaking out for you, and the industry is not providing one. The gaming community is a bunch of weaklings and pansies who side with what the consensus tell them is right, because once you control the media, you control the masses. And if you are one of these people who's been plugged in for too long, well, you've come to the right place. Sit down, kick up your feet. You want a blunt? You want some nitrous? You want a beer? No? You just want your bad takes? All right. You got it.
How about some ether?
What?
Never mind.
Danny Lalanders. Yet another diversity check hire, and hired by white people, mind you, that has made it so far hating white people. That's literally her job. Her job is to hate on white people.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me.
Well, it's total freedom.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
I can say the most insanely racist ass shit right now, but I'm gonna hold back because I don't think it'll do me any favors, but sure, Whatever you say. I mean, I could ask Jamie here to pull up those crime statistics for me and see if it adds up with your concerns, but I'm not allowed to do that for some reason. I've just listened to that absurdity. She's depicting white people as if they're the devil, as if they're dangerous, as if their presence could jeopardize her life or something. No, this is just racism. That's all it is. We went from we're trying to break up an all-white cast to I don't want a single white member. There is no defending this. I don't care what you say. Hassan, Vosh, Sean, H-Bomber guy, Jim Sterling. Where is your defense? Explain to me how this is okay to single out a single skin color and then to depict it as, oh, we don't feel safe around them. Yeah, you don't feel safe around them, but you certainly don't mind taking a check from them either, do you? The white man is evil, but not as paper. I'll take that. Now, call me crazy, but isn't there a word for things like this when a specific skin color is targeted and excluded from participating or being hired? What's the word we use to describe that? Starts with the D. Discrimination, I think, maybe? Especially since you depict them as dangerous to be around. I'm pretty sure this is illegal, or it very well at least could be. If somebody wanted to prosecute her because they were turned down for their skin color by her admission, she very well could be taken to court. Stupid, idiot, moron. According to the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, employers are prohibited from refusing to hire an individual based on their religion, alike race, sex, age, and disability. So, if you ever tried being hired by this lunatic, you may be due some financial compensation. I'm just saying, if you're looking to make some money for being wronged, now's your chance, because this dumbass right here forgets that the law could very easily catch up to her. These are the stupid, dumbass people Sweet Baby Inc. hired because, of course, she is a former Sweet Baby Inc. employee. Imagine my shock. What a coincidence. Another anti-white employee that once worked for this company at some point. Do I have to keep pointing it out to you guys? I'm getting tired of it. Real sick of all the doubters. But it's all starting to make sense now, isn't it? Why they're working overtime with the media to cover up their asses. Why they had to bring in Homeland Security. It's because these guys are doing some illegal stuff and we're uncovering it. And they know that. So they're trying their absolute hardest to misdirect the attention. But it ain't gonna work. We're on to you. Your company is being exposed hard right now. This is why they didn't want any attention on them. This is why they tried getting that Steam curator page taken down. They want to have it their way, to the point that they are willing to break the law.
And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
A microaggression! I can't do this anymore. Holy shit. How did she pass an interview? How does someone like this get employed? You can tell 100% she's the type of person that made all of her coworkers very uncomfortable. No, not because she's outspoken, but because she takes everything as a threat, everything as an insult, everything as demeaning if it's coming from a white person. So yeah, no shit, white people are hard to work around. If you're constantly treating them like this, how is it possible to come across any white person that would like you. When you make it clear to them there's nothing they can do to be liked or even respected by you. You sound like the workplace problem. Now white people, who more than likely were super nice to you during all of that. Not gonna lie, a part of me feels very vindicated. No longer having to tell people this is going on, showing them instead has been a massive difference maker to the conversation. Because understandably so, simply saying it is not enough for everyone. Sometimes you have to present to them in real time something they can see with their own two eyes and hear with their own ears. And as for the rest of the sellouts, the shills, your false reporting on this, your gross mischaracterization of the people taking a stance against Sweet Baby Inc., this is all going to come back to bite you in the ass. You all had the chance to report on the real harassment, the real discrimination, and you didn't. You instead sat there and only fed people Sweet Baby Inc. side, which was full of bullshit. This entire story was not reported accurately, and we all know it. Everybody on social media already knows you just lied to them to their faces. And you know what? This is just the beginning. It's gonna keep going and going. And we're finally gonna have the discussion we should have been having for a long ass time. This proves the whole Gamergate situation was true. There is no ethics in journalism. You're witnessing it right now in 2024. So yes, Gamergate is once again alive. This time we have everything in our favor, and we're not held back by Sargon of Akkad. We have more than just the skeptic community. We have the entire gaming community. The fact we got people like RGT85 talking about this, I mean, yeah, it's clearly for views, but it still serves a purpose, a very important one. I didn't imply anything. Racism and prejudice are not the same thing. Racism is systemic. White people are not systemically affected negatively by racism. Certain groups of white people throughout history have been affected by prejudice based on where they come from. Ah, well, any white person who has ever met you has basically faced prejudice. Based on what I'm hearing. And it seems that your takeover, and that's going by your words because that's what you described it as, a takeover of the industry. It would seem you're systemically affecting the employment rate of white people, or at least you're trying to. So yes, what you are doing is very racist. But I expect nothing more from people with GDC in their profile. Anybody who attends that thing is guaranteed to be a lunatic. I just stopped taking y'all seriously when y'all started running around saying white people can experience racism because I did not suffer through 2020. For y'all to act like you weren't an hashtag ally to a hashtag Black Lives Matter for years later. Posting that tired-ass screenshot of the Google definition of racism, I just don't care anymore. Yeah, well, the world doesn't go according to your personal definitions. We have actual ones, and you match the description perfectly. You are what you hate. You are what you advocate against. And you're paid for it, which is disgusting. You're given positions of power, and you 100% do affect the outcome of these video games. I don't care anymore. You guys cannot disprove me at this point. You guys can flood me in the comments section, trying to deny it all you want, but here it is, in plain sight for you. But hey, the good news is we got people like Elon Musk paying attention. We're on our way to something a lot more productive than the last time Gamergate was around. And if you want to see what happens, if you want to keep up with this story that's constantly growing by the day, then like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. Thank you so much from the bottom of my stick for 70,000 subscribers. I don't deserve it. I deserve more. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Fritonga sucks ass.